guys, it's Andrea. I am here with a sew with me. We're just beginning it for the Wise Guys quilt that we got in our sew sampler box from Fat Quarter Shop. I shall link them down below in the description box if you want to check them up. I've already cut up all my fabric. It was a lot of cutting. This is just part of it. The rest is in the whip boxes. It's going to take us a hot minute. This is 50.5 by 65.5. Tula pink. This is my first time ever sewing with Tula. I'm super excited about it. I love this pattern. Let's get started. Wise Guys. Oh, I'm Wise Guy, eh? What's that from? Cool Points if you know. B and J. I've still got a freaking crick in my neck, y'all. Still. These are going to be 2 at a time, half square triangles. Oh shoot. These are, I put my alphabeties in the wrong container. Move that out there. Okay, now this background is tone on tone, so be sure if you're using the fabric that they suggested, it's tone on tone. I ordered the fabric to finish it. Oh, so we're not going down the center, we're going to the left and right of the center. At 1/4 of an inch, same allowance. This is where seam guides really come in handy for time savers. Because you don't have to mark your fabric, you can just friggin' go. Line it up and go. Oh, look at this cute fussy cut. I'm gonna have to cut that guy in half now. I think that's why it's taken me so long to sew with Tula, because she has such big prints. I'm always like, what in the world do I do with that? You know, you have to have the right pattern for something like that. So I was always hesitant to do one. But I love this pattern. I think it's adorable. So I'm going for it, yo. Seems like it's been a really long day to me. Started off, I was supposed to meet my friend for lunch. And last night I texted her and asked her what time, and she never responded. And so, and this morning she never responded. So I was like, well, I guess it's at 12. And so I texted her and said, okay, I'm assuming 12 since I don't know, laugh out loud, I'll see you there, because we already talked about where to go. So I went inside, I texted her again, I'm here, I'm sitting down. She never shows up. I stood up, right? She never texts me either. She did later. She was stuck in a meeting, which I figured she was, something, you know, something like that. So we're supposed to go. I went ahead and ate. I was fine. I went ahead and ate and went. So we're going to go again tomorrow. Try again tomorrow. She said she'd buy my lunch this time, and I said, you got a deal. So anyway, I did that. I need to cut these apart. I did that, and then what did I do? Went home, saw my favorite little dessert place, had cotton candy apples on Facebook. Sam and I took off again. This was much later. I got my candy apples and all that, And then Sam and I went and ate at Hamburger Station, which was really good. I got chicken strips. And that's about all I've done. Oh, wait, I worked. I had a session. Today. So I did one productive thing. And I'm late getting this up. I did cut all this last night. It took me probably an hour to get all this cut and ready. So I really have no excuse to be late. My freaking thread came out again. Ugh. I did order my needle threader yesterday, by the way. So yay for that whenever it comes. I'll do that when I'm to the side. So what you're going to do, cut them all apart and then cut them between the two stitch lines. So you have two half square triangles. We are squaring these up. There's going to make 18 of them. I'm pressing to the dark side, squaring up to 2.5. I'm going to go do all of those to the side. Save us some time. BRB. Alright, we got all those squared up and ready. Now we're going to take C. Wait. First we're going to take M. And it's going to be one of these guys like this. Just one. Put the matching one to the side so you can keep track. So it's going to go on the other side of this, like a sandwich. So, oh shoot. I don't have these in any kind of respectable order. Let me go do that real quick. Alright, I've sorted them. Now, put the matching one to the side. I'm gonna guess it's gonna take us 3 videos minimum to finish this. I'll be impressed with myself if I finish it in 3 videos. It'll might take 4. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see about it. cut them apart. I'm going to press to the white. All right, now this stack here, I'm just going to flip upside down because this is a reverse order now, and the other side will get sewn on like that. Well, she's sounding a lot better all of a sudden, isn't she? I didn't do anything. Slowing down a little bit, that's probably it. Make sure your fabric's matching as you go. Been thinking about my childhood best friend. Her daddy passed away yesterday, and he's basically my surrogate daddy, you know, because we were constantly at each other's houses. Literally every other weekend we would be at, you know, her, mine, and the next weekend hers, back and forth. So our parents basically raised both of us, you know what I'm saying? We were always together. So, I've been choked up all day about it. Whew. Oh, no, you did not. You did not. That's why it was sounding good? That's why it was... Nothing sewn. That's why it sounded so good. BRB. Okay, fixed them. Again, I'm going to press to the white. Be right back. Okay, now this unit is going to have... what is it? C right here. Of course, match the fabrics. And again, I have no discernible order. I got it all mixed up here. Perfect. That is a perfect fit. Her dad. We were best friends junior high and high school, so he would always take great pleasure in trying to embarrass us, especially if there was any guys around. He would, if she was gonna have a guy over or something like that, he would always like get dressed up in like this dirty wife beater and sweatpants and just try to embarrass her so bad, you know. I remember he got so mad at us one time because he had picked me and Heather up, and We went to some gas station or something, and he was sitting in the front seat. We were both in the back seat. And we were screaming out the window, "Murderer! Murderer!" Like he was kidnapping us. We thought it was hilarious, and he was furious. He was like, "Stop it!" Oh, we gave him just as much of a hard time as he gave us. Heather's first car was a black Pontiac Grand Prix. Yes, Grand Prix. And he rebuilt it. That was his job. He did body and mechanic work. He had his own shop, and he would buy old cars and fix them up, kind of thing. And he had fixed hers up. And I remember one night we were all going riding around. That's all there was to do when I was a teenager. Ride around. Go to the theater, which was a two theater. 2 showings. And then afterward you would cruise the strip. Basically just drive up and down the road in your car. And one night we were leaving to go riding around, and it was me and Heather and I think one other girl. I can't remember who else was with us. It was more than just me and Heather, though, because her mom said as we were leaving, "Don't all y'all pile in the front seat either." Because, it's 2 in the front and in the back seat. We were like, "We won't." Of course, we promptly all filed into the front seat. And I think I was in the passenger. And whoever was with us was in the middle. And I had, taken her shoe off and was hanging out the passenger window trying to hang her shoe on the car antenna while we were cruising the strip. Let me tell you this too, when you're cruising the strip, you're going about 2 miles an hour. Traffic is back to back, right? There was just 2-lane road, and literally you'd stay parked beside people. It was that congested. So it's not like we were on some big long, we were circling, I think, the gas station. And I was hanging out of the window trying to hang this girl's shoe on the antenna, laughing uproariously, There's a cop. He immediately pulls Heather over and gives her a ticket for exactly what her mom told us not to do. Oh my gosh, we were something else. We were something else. Who was that I wanted to do? I cannot remember the third girl. Yeah, we were literally at each other's houses every single weekend, all weekend. I also remember he would snore like he was bringing the house down. I remember I could hear it even in Heather's bedroom. It would be so loud. How can your mama sleep with that? Cut these apart. We only live about 2 miles from each other too, and rode the same bus, We were inseparable. So her mom and daddy is like my mom and daddy, and my mama was like her mama. Oh, those are so pretty. Oh, I'm so thrilled. I'm finally doing a Tula one. I'm going to set these to the side for now. I need to put this seam guide back on sometime, but I'm afraid to jinx her right now. Still have a crick in my neck. Did I say all that already? Next is H and O. These are just gonna go together. 18 total. It says 2 from each set. Yeah, there's 2 of each colorway. So 2 by 2. One thing I definitely like to do if I don't have my seam guide is, ooh, I need to put this on. I put tape here because that'll flip my seams. Just that little ridge. So if I put tape there, and I can still open my bobbin case, but it's smooth. Smooth operator, smooth operator. I know when he would come like to get me or to drop Heather off, and he would be in one of his new cars that he just fixed up, and I live down a gravel road. I'm like the first house on the gravel road though, so it's, you know, pretty short distance from our driveway to the end of the road. And he wouldn't drive on the gravel though, because he didn't want to get his car dirty that he just remodeled, so I'd have to walk to the bottom in the base of the gravel road. Oh gosh. That family definitely helped make my adolescence and teenagedom a very happy one. Lots of happy memories. So many good times. It was crazy. Heather and I worked together. We worked our first job, same job. Got our cars the same time. Rode the same bus. Did the same extracurricular activities. We're both cheerleaders and dance team. We did everything together. We ended up drifting apart though because after school, I started college and she ended up getting pregnant. So she got married and of course really couldn't go to college. She was raising baby, you know, and I was just 2 different worlds at that point, which we're still, you know, have each other on Facebook and keep in touch that way, but that's about it. That boy the boy she was pregnant with is a dentist now. And get this, Heather, she had her kids so young. I mean, right out of high school, she had the boy, and then she had the girl a few years later. But, and of course, I didn't start having babies till after I was out of college and in my career and everything. I was like 32, I think, before I had Sam. 37 for Stella. And what was funny was Heather ended up getting divorced, I don't know, about 10 years ago. Well, remarried, and when she was 40, she got accidentally pregnant by her new husband. At 40. I laughed so hard. I'm like, girl, her grandkids are older than her daughter. She was like, why? No. So she has a little one now. I think her little one's probably about 6 or something now, if I had to guess. And then she's got 2 adult children with children of their own, some of which are older than her own daughter. Crazy. We would always stay up all night long when we spent the night with each other. Not always. We would sleep some, but a lot of times we would stay up all night long just giggling. Okay, we've got these 2. Now we're going to attach G to them. And again, match your fabrics. Got to put these in. Okay, maybe I've got to order now. Like this. My first job was Sonic. Me and Heather, which was my best friend, and my very other closest friend, Pam, worked there as well. We car hopped. I was 15 when I got my first job, and I guess they didn't look at my application because they thought I was 16. I was not. I was 15. The manager found out like after I'd already worked there for probably 6 months or something, and he was like, "Oops, you need to go to the employment office and get a permit to work." And I did, of course, but that was funny. Sonic's a hard dang job, and we worked our butts off there. You'd get so filthy dirty and sweaty, and you'd have cherry squirt juice all over you. You'd smell like cheeseburgers. Oh my gosh. But we always had a blast because, you know, there's no customers in there, and it was me and my best friends working. So we were always having a good time. But boy, howdy, you work. Sonic people work their butt off. Probably every fast food people do. That was the only fast food I worked at, though. And I know ours was super clean because we cleaned and we cleaned and we cleaned. Sonic was very particular. It was a good job for a teenager, though, because all the other kids would come around. So we'd always see people, other kids and stuff, cruising the strip or whatever. And then you would make tips. I would put my paycheck in the bank and I would like spend my tips. It was, you know what I mean? I worked there for like 2 years. got my job at the video store, and I was so ecstatic. I was so excited when I got that job at the video store. It was my dream job. And I worked so hard. I would go up like almost every day to that video store checking on my application. And I wasn't old enough to work there. They wanted me to be 18 because of what they called the TNA section, which was like, you know, soft porn, not real porn. But I kept on them. I kept on them until she hired me. And I went and told them I was quitting Sonic, and I was grinning. I was grinning from ear to ear when I gave Sonic my notice. They thought I was kidding because I was grinning so big. I was like, no, I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding, I'm out of here. That was a much easier gig. And I love movies, so I watched like every video in the video store probably. I would go on freaking family vacations with them. That's how tight we all were. I need to stop by and see her mama and take her a quilt. She was the best cook, or she is the best cook. I'm sure she still is. I loved eating. My mom never cooked. My mom was not a cook. But Heather's mom always cooked, like huge Sunday dinner meals, like every freaking day cooked, like an old-fashioned woman. Turkey and dressing, and Mexican chicken, and brown beans, and bulldog. I still remember everything because I loved it so much. Loved her cooking. My gosh. Maybe I'll start going over there and seeing her a lot, and she'll cook me some good food again. I'll trade her a quilt. Cheese dip. Oh my gosh, so much yummy stuff. I'm pretty sure she worked at a factory as well, so it's not like she didn't have anything else to do. I know on the bus, the bus would go by my house first. Then, like I said, like 2 miles up the road was Heather's house. And so one day we got the bright idea that I was just going to hide from the bus driver when my stop came. And then I would act like I missed my bus stop and I could get off the bus with her. And that's what we did. I ducked down when he stopped at my house and acted like I wasn't there. And then when he drove off, I was like, oh no, I missed my stop. I have to get off with Heather. And he was like, okay. I don't know what in the world I was thinking, because as soon as I walked in Heather's front door with her, the phone was ringing already. Already my mama was on that phone. Oh my gosh, was I in trouble. Mom had already called the school, the police station, everything, like I'd been kidnapped. I never did that again. Okay, I've got to make sure I picked. Now I got to pick what color is going to go with what. Okay, because these are going to go together now. Let me go sort what color is going to go with what in my mind's eye, and I'll be back. I'll just do it with you as we go. It's going to take a long time. The first two look good together. The first two in the stacks, these two. I like that. The way the cutting instructions are, the prints, the wild prints are mostly like the feathers and head, and then the more solid prints are the body. Well, these two definitely don't go together, this blue and blue. This one will be alright though. There's a little blue in that. Little bit of Monica in my life. Jessica by my side. Did y'all cruise the strip when you were teenagers? What was your teenage activity? Mine was the movies and cruising the strip. We didn't have a mall locally or anything. I'll put these two together. It looks alright. So literally that was the only things to do. Or to park on the side of the road. You could cruise the strip or park along the road, along the strip, and hang out that way too. In fact, I remember I didn't have permission to go riding around. I think I was probably about 9th grade or something. And I was riding around, but Mama didn't know. So Mama dropped me and Heather off at the movies. And after the movie, we got into someone's car and cruised the strip. So we got back to the movies. We were getting out of the car, and guess who's there? My mama in her car staring at me. I was dead meat. I was dead meat, y'all. She was fit to be tied, right? So I get in the car and she's like, oh, that was so much trouble. And I was like, well, Shane was in there too, which Shane was one of Heather's big brothers. She had 2 big brothers. Chad was the oldest, and Shane was probably 2 or 3 years older than us. And Mom's like, oh, he was he? He was not. He was not in the car with us. I completely made that up. He was getting out of the car as we were getting in. And she was like, okay, we'll see about that. I'm going to go to their house and ask him. My mama could call some bluffs, boy. She could call some bluffs. And so she starts driving over to Heather's parents' house to ask Shane if we were in the vehicle. Oh, he was not. He was not. There's no way he'd lie for me. He was like my brother. We, fought. So I just start bawling, right? Mom's driving to his house, to their house, and I'm like, everybody gets to ride around but me, and I feel embarrassed. Which was true, actually. Everyone did get to ride around but me. And then what was crazy, y'all, is my mom was like, well, why didn't you say so? And she turned around and went home, and I was allowed to ride around from then on out. That's how cool my mom is. Oh my gosh. Oh, did I dodge a bullet with that one. What do these are hard to match, man. I still don't to this day know how in the world that worked. But it it did. Which, to be fair, we were really good kids. We really didn't do anything we weren't supposed to, besides little small stuff like that. We didn't drink and weren't promiscuous. We didn't smoke. We didn't sneak out. We were good kids. Okay, I'm going to press these all to the addition and I'll be right back. Okay, now we're just going to put these together 2 by 2 like this. I think this is the owl's eyes. Don't y'all? Go just like that. These are fun. I am enjoying these. Wild women do, and they don't regret it. Heather and I even had our school photo. I think it was 7th or 8th grade? With each other. Our school photo we took with each other. I mean, it's something like out of a TV show, I swear. I've never seen anyone else do that, but boy, we did. She's the one that was with me when I was telling y'all those stories about how I used to pass out all the time. She was the one, Heather was the one that was with me when I passed out from being grossed out from helping Mom artificially inseminate that dog. She was the one that took off running when I said, Heather will catch me. She did not. She did not catch me. She took off running because she was about to pass out, she said herself, as I hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. We were just talking about that the other day. Because she mentioned her daughter was grooming dogs now. I'm like, oh my gosh. Because my mom's a dog groomer. And I'm like, is she my love child? That is crazy. And then I was like, did you tell her about the artificial insemination? And she's like, oh yeah. Oh yeah. So now we're going to put these two together. But they've got to match. So again, I've got to find the matching fabrics. Are these? No. Please be careful. Like this. You want the eyeballs touching that. Go to that funeral. Gosh, I hate going to funerals, y'all. I get so tore up. I swear I like absorb everyone's emotions. And I cry. I will sob uncontrollably at a funeral. I cannot stop it. I cannot help myself. I cannot control myself. I just get so upset. If y'all can imagine that. That I like just about embarrass myself, but I can't help it. And it's so painful to me. Ooh. My eyes are a little longer than my head, so I'm trying to make the best of it. Ew, what is this? I was probably over oiling, y'all. I just picked a booger off of her. Betty had a booger. Where did that come from? My goodness. What are you, super wonky town girl? Why are you so bad? I wonder what that means. It's supposed to be... What did I do? I don't know what I did here. But something not good. Something not good at all. I'm gonna have to measure this one. I'm gonna see what happened because the others aren't doing that. I'm gonna measure her, see if she's on point. It's supposed to be 5.5 by 6.5. Let's do this side first. Okay. All right. Yeah, she is measuring over quite a bit. So 5.5. Okay. I'm gonna lose a point. That's very abstract, isn't it? This one's over too. Yeah, these are over, so I'm just centering it best I can. And then I'll trim them up because I'm doing a scant. Oh, just picturing going to that funeral, I want to start bawling. I gotta put my big girl panties on and just do it. Alright, I'm gonna press to this middle band because it's solid. Solid as a rock. That's why I'm come here. The thrill is still solid. These are all gonna have to be squared up because they are wonky doodles. It looks like Batman, doesn't it? I think we're at a good stopping point. Well, let's see if we can do something else. No, because I need to square all these up. So I'm going to go ahead and stop at the stopping point. And we'll be back next Wednesday. See how far we get then. We'll definitely finish the owl body, I'm sure. Give me a thumbs up, guys. Subscribe if you like to watch Sew With Me's. See you at the next.